It was a crisp spring day in Southern California, and Robert Barber had just received a package from the DMV. He was excited because his 1979 Datsun Z had just been mailed the package for his custom license plates. Now, Robert he worked as a manufacturer of marine hardware and industrial components, and he was a big sailing enthusiast. So when he went to the DMV to order his license plates there in California, they gave him 3 spaces to choose what would appear on his custom plates. So in the first space, he wrote sailing. In the second space, he wrote boating. And these were the only 2 options he really wanted to be on his license plates for his new car. And so in the third space, he simply wrote no plate. So that spring day, when he opened up his package from the DMV, he pulled out his new license plates, and they said, no plate. Now, in the words of Mr. Barber, he said, "At first I was angry that they would mess it up and not understand what I meant, but then I realized how original the plates were." Well, it wasn't too long, about 4 weeks later, he received a notice from the San Francisco Municipal Court warning him that an illegal parking fine was past due. Now, he knew he hadn't been up in San Francisco with that car, and so he called them, inquiring why he had received this parking ticket. And sure enough, it was a different car that was parked there. A few days later, and dozens of overdue notices began arriving from all over California. It turns out that when a car was parked illegally and didn't have a license plate, they would simply write no plate. And so all of these past due notices were arriving at his house. Within the next 6 months, he said, he was mailed over 2,500 parking tickets. And in the next 7 years, by 1986, he had spent about $300 to $400 in postage responding to the incorrectly assigned tickets. Now, back then, postage was around 20 cents for a stamp. So you can do the math. Sometimes what we do has unexpected impact. A little change or adjustment at the beginning of a journey makes a huge difference hundreds of miles down the road. A seed planted and forgotten about can spring up and grow when least expected.